Oh, thank goodness.
Sure you are. And I'm a tight dress with 12 titties.
Oh,
What?
you should get a good bra for them, and then Samson's just gonna walk off.
Where's that tabaxi? As he starts looking for Hyalla.
I mean, she dove back down once Samson left.
You gonna try and catch another fish as you swim back?
Yeah. She went back out looking for a second fish again.
Nim performance!
Okay.
Window washing is proving difficult, but you are managing to also get the hang of it.
You see Samson in the window as you clean it.
Nim asks through the window, why are you drenched?
There's... Yeah, we could say Samson made it back.
I mean, like, from the piers to the cottage?
Wow.
I'm not looking at the map.
Well, you
Yeah,
just
no,
said
that
you could
makes
see
sense.
Samson from the window, so I thought you walked over.
Yeah, I would be walking over.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it. But I got dinner.
Is there any more to that statement, or is that it?
No, that's it. And Samson's just gonna, like, walk to the front of the cottage. And just sort of, like, rest on the porch. And catch his breath.
And you're just gonna hear the door open, and it's like, why are you soaked?
Ocean.
Ocean? Why are you playing in the ocean?
Wasn't.
You're not coming to my cottage with those wet clothes, young man. Or I'll
Can I
knock
at
you
least sit on the
upside
porch?
head. You know, Nim went through a lot of work to clean that, and you're dirtying it with your butt.
It's water. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's ocean water.
How dirty is the ocean?
Very.
I don't know.
Where do
When
you
was the
think all the
last?
fish poo?
I don't know. When was the last time you bathed?
Just now?
My point exactly. Stinky boy. Don't worry. I'll make sure you have a bath tonight.
Oh, thank you so much.
Sounds so genuine.
You'll be clean when I'm through with you, young man. And she just slams the door closed.
I can clean myself.
So, Hyalla, survival. Track a fish. Advantage, right?
Yep.
You find another fish. You gotta sneak up on it. Roll me attack. One.
That's a lot of ones.
That hits. Roll me damage. 7. You manage to successfully sneak up and spear a 100-pound fish.
Cool.
Skyrim stealth kill.
So is the fisher guy still
Waiting
over
on the
there
beach,
somewhere?
looking for you. Yeah.
Yeah. She's just gonna wave him, hold up the fish, and like do some kind of gesture for him to basically catch it, reel it in like he did with Samson, so she doesn't have to go all the way back.
He sees it, gives a thumbs up, grabs his rod, arcs all the way back on one foot, and casts the line.
Cool.
The line line catches into the fish on your back, and you see him just lean down real far, and yank! And before you have time to react, you and your 2 catches fly into the air.
Well, that's not what she asked for. So, how muscular is this guy that he can hold a 300-pound fish, however much that other pound fish weighed, and then like a 200-pound cat?
Yeah,
Yes.
He's like 700 pounds of...
He certainly doesn't look muscular enough to pull this off, but he does.
Well, alright, he's on steroids, got it.
Does Hyalla have any,
No, he would definitely look muscular for it.
Yeah. Does Hyalla have any, reaction to flying through the air for probably the first time in her life?
No. I mean...
Ah, yes! Sailing through the air, and she's just like, it's fine.
She's just got this deadpan look, and then she's gonna do that cat thing where she twists so she can land on her feet.
I mean,
You see,
that's a
he
little
can
bit-
do it because he does this.
Ah.
I was imagining that you were just going to say, oh, Hyalla just falls asleep now. Camera pants to Hyalla in the air.
She may be deadpan, but she's not gonna fall asleep flying through the air. She's still gonna try and land.
You successfully land on your
Cool.
feet. I don't know where your friend went, but he went somewhere, alright.
Ah. So they're on the beach now.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna head back out onto the pier.
You gonna keep fishing?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna go to wherever Samson was casting before, since he caught like 3 fish in like an unbelievable amount of time for line
He
fishing.
caught a fish, a seaweed, and a rock.
I don't know, man. It seemed...
So, yes,
Pretty decent.
quite believable for Samson, to be honest.
Meanwhile, the Grandmaster was just casting, waiting
Yeah,
for
but,
like
like-
3 seconds, pulling up a fish, casting.
Getting a bite as quickly as he did in line fishing in the ocean? I mean, unless the fish population here is crazy.
Well,
Well,
yeah, they
unless he's
can't go
got
out too
secrets.
far because all the terrestrials are there.
Unless he's
Hydra.
got secrets.
I think most of his secrets are out. Some of his secrets are out.
Yeah, be a batshit crazy old man.
Yeah.
So he'll walk up with Hyalla to the fishing spot. And he'll rebait his line and start casting.
Kelly goes in again.
Don't even wait for him to ask you if you want a rod.
I mean, it didn't. If he already casted it, she's not gonna like.
Well,
He's
no,
got
there's 2 rods.
Samson's.
Which was originally Hyalla's.
Which was originally this guy's, if we're being specific.
Which was originally Zanzibar's. I guess?
Zanzibar doesn't seem patient enough for fishing. He'd rather
You
just
know,
like.
that's a very good point.
He could just lift a fish out of the water with his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Just lifts the Hydrask. I've caught dinner!
But yeah, I guess she could take a line instead.
He'll offer it to her before you jump in, and if you choose to take it, you'll take it. Then roll me performance. We're gonna
Okey
shift
doke.
fully onto you for a little bit.
Oh.
A perfect, decent 15-15.
Whoa.
You've managed to clean all the windows. They're nice and sparkly. Granny Zen comes over from inside the cottage and she's inspecting your work. And you feel free to comment if you have any.
Nim doesn't know what to say. This is the most manual labor she's done in her life.
Just see Granny with her big glasses, looking at every nook and cranny. Thumbs up through the window.
Nim returns it.
And she waves for you to come inside.
As Nim passes Samson, I'm just gonna go, so, how are the chores going?
Windows are hard to reach.
Only when you're short.
You can just get taller.
Yeah, you just like step on something or get taller.
How do you think I reached the top of the windows?
So then what's the problem?
That I had to do it in the first place.
Why did I expect any other answer?
I don't know. And as Nim walks by, I assume Samson is also covered in sand.
Little sand.
Nim will prestidigitation on Samson.
Alright, thank you.
No problem. And then she walks in.
Alright! Now you're going to learn how to cook, because every young lady should know how to feed herself.
You know, Nim is half tempted to ask why she just can't buy cooked food, but they don't have an economy here.
So no comment from them? Just stand
Are you
there.
sure that's a good idea? I've never even made soup.
Oh, if I can raise Gilford, I think I can teach you to cook.
Was he a difficult child to raise?
Be careful, that actually uses fire.
Well, I seem to remember at one point in time I used to own a shed. There's a crater where it used to be. I used to have a garden too. There's a crater where that used to be. There's a lot of craters around my house. Then she'll just give Nim a smile and start patting her on the head. Now go get the large cook pot. Chop chop.
Okay, so it's heavy.
Not heavy enough for Nim to not be able to lift.
Nim has the dilemma of, should I cast a mage hand, or will that get me smacked?
You could always ask Zanzibar.
No, not this time. After a few moments of debating, Nim will grab it herself.
Good. Now set it on the fire stove.
Nim does so.
Alright. Now go get some water.
From where?
Outside. Along the side of the house, there's a bunch of fresh clean water in a sealed bin. Just lift up the lid, put the bucket in, and bring it back. She hands you the cooking bucket.
Okay. Nim does so. Wondering at what point can she cast Mage Hand again.
Hyalla, roll me a d20.
Me?
Yes. Not a fate, just a 20. You catch
Is
17...
that how many fish she's got?
Yes, so far she's got 17 fish.
Woo!
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Varying
she would be better at line fishing since you can't exactly do swim fishing in the Arctic. Where the water is
Cold.
like kill you cold.
Well, you can if you have a death wish.
Yeah, Hyalla's known for her having a death wish.
Hyalla clearly has the opposite of the death wish. Not only is she still alive, she also has a child. So clearly, and she has an aversion to death.
You're talking to the wrong person about parents loving their child.
No, I'm talking to the right person about parents loving their child. I'm talking to you, not Nim. Unless there's something you want to say.
No, I'm talking specifically about Nim. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
the
what I
right
would've
mind
hoped.
space for Nim.
She's got some dirty laundry to air.
Yeah, considering how friendly your mother it seems to be, I would like to hope that she actually loves you. It'd be really depressing if she treats us better than she treats you. Side tangents are aside. What were you doing? Oh yeah, you're fetching water. Go fetch water, little one.
That's what Nim's doing. Unless there's some difficulty with fetching... Okay, yeah, unless there's some difficulty with fetching water, Nim will, like, go over, do the instructions as she was told, and fill the bucket as much as she can.
Dip the bucket into this rectangular bin filled with clean water and you pull it out. No, it is not too heavy for Nim to carry.
No, Nim is committed to not using Mage Hand, as apparently manual labor has to be done without magic.
Yes, otherwise it's not manual.
It's
Anything Nim
magical.
uses without Mage Hand... Anything Nim does without Mage Hand is manual labor.
Oh, so nothing.
Ah, God. I have to eat with my hands? I have to use a fork? Ah, this manual labor is killing me. How do the poor people manage to do this?
Poor people have to lift their own forks to their mouths? Jeez.
Poor people have to wipe themselves after using the bathroom? My
That's a
word!
whole
Oh
different
my
kind of thing. We're going to
stars and
a different
goddess.
tangent.
Poor people
I have a
have to
bidet of endless
drink-
water.
Poor people
So Nim
have
brings
to
it back.
drink their own water? Oh, the poor people are so destitute. Good. Now put it in the bucket. What's the ragamuffin doing?
She's just sitting
Vibing.
outside.
She narrows her eyes. Rapscallion.
This is a delinquent for sitting on a porch and drinking some whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, the second part definitely makes you a delinquent. You didn't help your case with that.
Loitering and
He's a
boozing.
grown-ass man!
Yeah. Drinking
Loitering and boozing.
drinking whiskey in the fucking early morning. We haven't even hit noon yet.
It's been a rough day.
It has been a long day.
Rough day aside, let's look at Samson's track record for drinking. Huh. Damn. Not helping. Oof.
Perfect, fine, is no issues.
I mean, that's not true, but...
No issues.
Alright, now take the water, pour it in the pot. Up you go. Does Nim pour it, or does she stand there?
Oh yeah, Nim does as she's told.
Good. Now, under the stove, you're going to see a metal box. Take it, but be careful. It's got wood siding. Hold it by the wood. The metal is hot. You're going to open it up, and you're going to slide the ignis saucer into the other stove. Then you're going to move the pot on top. That's how we heat water. I'm assuming you're just following along in the instructions.
Yeah, Nim's following the steps.
Right, now let that boil. Sit down patiently. I have to make sure the rapscallions not doing anything devious. As she walks
What
up
do you
and opens
expect
the
him
door.
to do?
You know him better than I. He's mischievous. A good quality, but a dangerous one nonetheless.
You know him better than I do! Let me define him!
anyway, Nim's just gonna see her walk over to the door, which isn't far. This is literally a one-room cottage. More of a shed than a house. She just swings open the door. What are you doing?
Nothing?
Precisely. Exactly what I'd expect. Lazy bones?
I guess.
Well, if you're going to be so lazy, you can get up and do some work.
You know what? That sounds nice. What do you got for me?
Well, I'm thinking a nice fish stew tonight. So you're going to go back down to the docks and you're going to go fishing. You know what fishing is, boy?
No.
Don't you
I
know
already
me?
have a fish.
You do? Let me see it.
Here you go, and it's gonna pull out the like suffocated tuna from the bag of holding.
Ugh.
Here you go.
And she's just gonna like squint at it and look, and then she's gonna just grab it by the tail and try to lift it, but she can't.
Yeah, it's really heavy. Okay. And he'll just pick up the tail.
And the fish literally moves like it's frozen.
As in it doesn't?
Well, no, you pick it up. It moves like a plank of wood.
Oh.
Hit her with it.
And at that, she's just gonna slap her own forehead. Oh my god. You didn't kill it, did you?
I mean, technically.
You just put it in the bag and let it squirm.
Yes?
Good for nothing, rapscallion. It's too stiff. You can't eat that. It's ruined.
Oh.
Samson starts to cry.
Why in the name of Zanzibar would you decide to just stuff a living fish in a bag?
I don't know how to fish.
Oh, really? Oh, God.
Well, I mean, I learned a little bit, but that fisherman's about as good for instructions as well, just about anyone else here.
Excuse me? She's just gonna hoist her walking stick up into the air.
Samson's just gonna drop the fish and walk away.
You come out here, young man! Don't make me come after you!
Don't you gotta teach Nim how to not burn down your cottage?
She just comes back to the everything's fine scene.
Nim's like, hey, look, I'm doing it. Right behind her, there's just a small fire.
Don't make me chase after you, young man! The bitch! Does Samson stop, or is he just walking off?
He's just walking off. He just wants to find a place to just rest.
He's like, this is supposed to be a break.
Great, I got a giant fish on my porch. As she just closes the door and she just starts stroking her chin. We'll deal with that in a second. Alright, so... And we're going to return to Hyalla as Nim gets instructions on how to make soup.
Woo. She's chilling out on the...
Oh yeah, roll me another d20.
Woo.
You caught one ball of sea
Cool.
in the time since we last visited.
Yeah, I guess, as the day goes on, the fish move about. She's probably, like, while waiting for a bite, just, like, staring out at the horizon.
Is this the break that Hyalla needs and deserves? Actual peace and quiet.
Assuming the fisherman guy's also not trying to start up a conversation.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet since you both sat down and fished. He's just helping them out one after another.
To start up a conversation or to not start up a conversation?
Start con, start con, start con, start con.
Do it. Do it.
She'll glance over and, really bad at small talk, just be like, so you got any family?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
She asked if he has any family.
Well, I do. They're all dead and buried, though. Assuming you mean blood relatives.
Could be either.
Well, if you mean either, ain't everybody in this porch my family. That's kinda just how we do. And he'll pull up another small fish.
Cheater.
Of course, there's not a lot of stock in counting blood relatives. You'll lose them just as fast as you lose a friend.
Well, ideally you lose no one.
Yeah. It don't happen around these parts. People die every day.
People die every day everywhere.
Yeah, more frequently, I think, here than wherever you're from.
You all sure seem to like to believe that.
Well, if you were in our position, wouldn't you like to hope that everywhere you haven't seen is just a little bit better than what you deal with every day? And I'll just pull in another fish.
Seems to me that better is not the way most people here view the outside world.
Well, I've been around the block more times than I can count. Literally, as he holds up both hands and holds his rod in between his legs, you see that he actually only has 9 fingers. He's missing his right ring finger. Could say I count at disadvantage. But, well, there ain't a lot of stories about what's out there. And a lot of them aren't very good.
Well, sure. Nobody's going to bring a story back about the time they just sat there and had a nice day.
Yeah. But there's some things us older folk know. There ain't the same kind of monsters out there as there are here. You don't have to worry about losing a child or losing your wife every single day or nothing. But for a lot of people, especially the young ones, when you're raised so close to your friends and neighbors, when everyone's family, the idea of someone getting stabbed just because they have resources, the idea of 2 towns going to war, wipe each other out, it's kind of like the worst thing you could imagine, isn't it? Sometimes you need horror stories to push you forward. Sometimes you need to believe that your world's the right one. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what someone's motives and morals are, does it? At the end of the day, it's just about surviving. Catching that next fish. And he pulls in another one. Making sure you have enough food to feed the little ones. And if there's anything left over, feed yourself.
Yes. The abundance of resources here is certainly impressive.
Yeah, don't be
Seems
too-
to me it gets underappreciated.
Yeah, I'm cheating a little.
Hmm.
You see, I'm a hydromancer. This whole time I've been trying to attract the fish from out there, as he points to the horizon on the ocean. I do this every couple of weeks. I try to slap as many preservation eggs as I can. That way the fish have time to recoup, but we can feed as many bears as we can. So really, I'm cheating. As he pulls
It
in
isn't.
another one.
It's not cheating. You're using an ability you have to obtain what you need.
But if I wasn't, we probably wouldn't have caught a single thing.
I don't know. I didn't use magic. Merrymaker didn't use magic.
Well, I was helping out both of you. Except for when that fool didn't decide to bait his line. I'll help stupid.
I don't think there's any helping him in anything.
No, probably not. He gets in his own way too much.
You have no idea. She's just gonna stare out at the horizon again.
Oh god, it was not even the plan. Last session it was bully Nim. This session apparently it's bully Samson.
So he's Bully Samson.
No, it's not. Usually it's Samson comes out on top. Usually it's Samson bully Samson. And everyone else just exists.
It's
But
the
yeah.
war. No. You know how many times people just talk shit about Samson behind his back?
There's a lot to say, man.
He is a very powerful presence.
Say it to his face, damn it!
Nim does.
Someone other than Nim say it to his.
Oh
Someone
wow!
with tact
So
say
Nim
it to
doesn't
his face.
count now! Oh, I
Someone
see.
with tact say it to his face.
Wow.
What do you mean? How do you compliment someone without tact?
Like Nim.
Nim's
Yeah.
compliments were very polite. Thank you very much.
Hey Samson, did you live in this poor people tent?
That was an insult, not a compliment.
Anyway.
Again, without tact.
Anyway. So as she's staring out at the horizon, old fisherman's just gonna pipe up and be like, so what exactly is your story? Anybody as old as me can see the weight you carry on your shoulders. What's got you so bent out of shape?
No?
You see my party members?
I was sent here against my will. It's not like this is a vacation.
And that's it? Didn't get to
What else
make
should
one
there
choice
be?
and that's all that's waiting on you?
She's gonna stop and think for a minute. I suppose.
Well, not like you have to take words from this old coot. But if you're willing to ponder something, think about this. Should life just be dictated by simply not having one choice? Or even not having a few? Is life about the things that you never got to do, or is it about the things that you still were able to? Isn't it all about what you make of it? Is Hyalla just pondering?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have a Miley Cyrus song stuck in my head because of that.
You get the best of both.
No, it's not that one actually. I only remember like one line. It's like you living, you're working. That's it. That's playing on repeat.
But yeah, as Hyalla ponders, he'll just pull in one more fish, and then he'll start putting on preservation tags. And I suppose I might have said something I got through, because you just went and knocked off. Either that or I made you mad, but as far as I see, doesn't really matter, now does it? What you think of me isn't gonna affect me tomorrow. Whatever I think of you won't affect you tomorrow. So at risk kicking the bull in the face, let me offer one bit of advice. You may have been sent here against your will for whatever it is you're doing. But as far as I see, I don't see anyone holding your hand or leading you by the nose. So what you do here is completely your choice. No matter how good or how bad that may be. They'll just start tying the fish together.
She just like does not feel that way.
Maybe you just need to look at it from a different angle, right?
There's not many angles that make controlled by an insane dictator look good.
Well, certainly doesn't seem to me like you're controlled. Because if you were sent here by an insane dictator, how come you just spent most of the morning fishing? Did he want you to go fishing to bring him back a plate of food?
We're waiting on the
Probably.
boat. I have to do something.
Well, if you truly weren't in control, then you would have done nothing. Or just sat there, staring out alone for however long it takes for the boat to get back.
Not necessarily.
And for what it's worth, I like you. And he's gonna pass you one of the 300-pound fish. Here, you're gonna need that. That stupid idiot decided to not kill a fish. By this point, it's probably as stiff as a board.
I see. You sure you don't need it?
You see how much I got? He's literally got like thousands of fish tied up in a big bushel.
Yes, but as you said, there's no harm in having more.
Well, around these parts, we share what we got. And you gotta eat too. Take it.
We've got
And he'll just throw the entire like trawl of fish over his shoulder and start walking away.
I guess she just watches them walk away.
I mean, you can say something after him. He's not It's not like he literally threw it over his shoulder. And
Just started
door.
mew. That would have been so funny. She turns around, he's just gone. Like, what the f?
There's just like a silhouette of smoke where he once was. Hydromancer, you say? Oh wow, they move pretty fast. Find out that he was actually a spirit. He's been dead for like 1,000 years.
Shit, dog.
He's just Tito from Rocket Power.
Hey, wait a minute. Tito wasn't dead.
He is now.
He's just Tito from Rocket Power.
Hey! Oh man, why wasn't Tito in that fighting game?
Yet.
Oh! Oh no, how my brother! I'm gonna pound you in the dust! I can't remember how Tito talks.
Not like that.
But yeah, no, the old man's walking away.
Did he leave the fishing line with Hyalla?
No, he packed those up.
Okay. Then, yeah, she's just gonna chill there.
Just chill with her fish.
Yeah, she's just gonna... Her legs are probably hanging off the side of the pier. She just pulls them up and sits cross-legged and watches the horizon.
I know
She's
she
still,
wouldn't do it, but I like imagine she nonchalantly just pulls the tag off and starts nibbling on the tail.
She'll reach over and pull her coat back and just sort of hold it in her lap.
It's about now that we'd be getting to high noon. Name Romy performance! Dang.
I'm still on team. Can the soup be perfectly tasteless?
No, you haven't rolled a 10. If you roll a 10, that'll be perfectly in the middle of everything. So you're managing to follow the instructions well, and, you know, you haven't managed to set the house on fire, blow up the soup, or spontaneously combust Samson, so we're good.
Samson's not
even
there.
here.
Yeah, you heard what I said!
Bye, Port and Zanzibar.
Where is Samson? You know what, let's go to Samson.
Samson's just found a place to sit down and is just sit down and looking at the sky.
You're just laying in a marsh somewhere,
Yeah.
your back caked in mud, you're just laying down in the moist mire, staring up at the sky. Any thoughts?
I want to go home.
Just says that out loud?
Yeah. Just after a brief sigh, just... I really want to go home.
You live here now. His hands reach up and pull you into the mud.
Good times.
Well, the faster you work, the faster that can be the case.
Well, if there's any sort of work that will get this boat here faster, I'll do it.
I like the idea that Samson's just yelling that into the sky.
And then Samson just starts shouting. He's going to see that for the first time all day. Well, the first time in hours that wasn't in his head, as his view is just obstructed by Zanzibar.
Yeah.
Do we find the mud pleasurable?
I found the silence pleasurable.
Well, excuse me. I didn't realize I wasn't allowed to walk around on my land.
What is it you want?
I am appalled. I can't just come and is it? I have to just slink around in that stinky head of yours?
I mean, you got the other two you could bother.
Oh yes, that seems like an incredibly good idea. Let me just go find the cat and irritate her even more. Because it's so pleasurable. Or better yet, let me go disturb the old codger and then she can try and thwack me some more.
When has that ever stopped you?
Oh, it doesn't, but like, I don't want to. I do what I want. I wanted to be here, so I'm here. Deal with it.
Is it because I'm here, or is this like your favorite little patch of mud?
Oh no! My favorite little patch of mud is over there. As he just points over in the distance.
I just want to see like a galleon throne made of mud.
Do you look over in the direction he's pointing?
Yes.
And you'll just hear him snap, and then there'll be a throne of mud. See, I can sit on that mud. And the mud will just drop back to the ground. Oh, come now. I already have one stick in the mud. I don't need you becoming a second one.
Well, listen, as much as I'd like to be lively and, you know, fun to be around, it's a little bit hard when it never seems like I'm ever wanted or treated right anywhere.
Huh. Well, I don't see how I've treated you poorly. In fact, I've done nothing but promise you good things and treat you well.
Well, I wouldn't say treated well.
I mean, you're not dead. I didn't kill you.
Oh yeah, I'm not dead by your accord. You literally said that I'm not allowed to die.
Yes, I see that as treating you well. I've told you that your life has value.
To you.
Yes, I fail to see what you mean. That should be the
Of
ultimate
course you
metric.
do. Yep, of course it is.
Yes, for I am Zanzibar.
Uh-huh.
I fail to see the point.
I do too, honestly.
Ah, good to see that you're just as confused about why you think that I haven't treated you with the utmost gratitude.
No, that's not the point. That's not the thing I don't get.
Oh?
I'll be honest, Zanzibar, as someone like yourself who, as you've put in your own words, does whatever he wants, you simultaneously go through a lot of trouble for people you're going to outlive, like thousands of times over, and also simultaneously don't seem to give a rat's ass about them.
Then he kind of just shrugs. Well, every single life is important, but at the same time, every single life doesn't matter a speck. At the end of the day, when reality comes to an end and begins once again, I'll be the only one that remembers that any of it existed. If I remember it at all. Well, remember is a funny word. Bits and pieces flow here and there, and I can't make sense of any of it. I'm trying to look into a shattered mirror, but I digress. So, if you were in my position, wouldn't each one of those stories have some form of value?
Well, it depends. And I guess I'm not really the type to talk about big old grand philosophicals and whatnot. But if we don't matter, and you're the only one who, I guess, does, because you're the only one who's gonna be around for it, then what exactly do you matter?
Well,
If everything around you isn't important, then what makes you so special?
Because I'm the only one that will remember that anything did happen. At
But
least
what's
for
the
as long
point?
as I've lived. That's exactly it. There isn't one. So therefore, a need to have a point doesn't matter. It's whatever you want the point to be.
Whatever I want the point to be?
Well, more specifically, whatever I'd want the point to be, but in the scope of your own life, yes. What is the point of your life? Do you need to exist? Of course you don't. Every hero has somebody that replaces them when they die. Every villain has somebody who takes over their position when they die. Every animal is replaced by its offspring, and if they're not, then they go extinct. Every mountain has a valley that exists when they move. Every tectonic plate creates an earthquake. None of it needs to happen, but it does.
And
Well.
you just find it fascinating because you're some sort of observer.
Ah, and here I didn't think you would get it as he bends down and pats you on the face. Because you're laying on your back.
Yeah.
I have the ability to observe everything. I can observe everything. And if I had a perfect memory, I could recall and tell anyone anything. But I don't. I don't necessarily worry myself about it, because as far as I can figure, that's how it's always been.
Yeah, I guess whatever I'm going through don't mean tiddlywinks to you.
No. But if it makes you more useful to me, then I'd want to care. Because fixing whatever's broken with you means you're more useful to me.
At that sentence, actually just gonna start laughing. So, you're telling me that just because I agreed to help you out means that you're now willing to attempt to care just because it'll make me better at doing whatever it is you want me to do.
No, not attempt. I do care because I want you to do things for me. If I
I
let
care
you,
because you told me to care.
if I let you be dysfunctional or not efficient, then that affects what I want, and I want what I want. Therefore, I want to, by proxy, make sure you're doing well, because you're doing well fulfills my wants. It's all about what I want. You follow?
You know, for an audience of whatever the hell's going on, you sure do like to meddle in things.
Meddling is one of the most vile things you could possibly do. By meddling in other people's affairs, you get them annoyed, because they just want it to be the way they want. But if what they want conflicts with what I want, then, well, they can't have what they want. And he just gives you his, iconic, toothy grin.
I'll never understand you. Not in a million years. Not like I have that.
I could bend the rules a little.
You ever done that before? I take it most people like me don't take kindly to outliving everyone they'll ever know.
I've never had to. The only people that I ever could have or would have wanted to do that for already have incredibly long lifespans. No need to extend something already so long. You wouldn't shorten something that's already too short, and you wouldn't lengthen something that's already too long, would you? That just would be dumb, silly.
But you never did it just to see what happens?
And at that, he's gonna tap his chin. At least as far as I can recall in this reality, no. Give me a second. And he's just gonna stand there and he's gonna have a puzzled look on his face. No, I never have.
Well, I don't think I could make you want to. That... But, if it ends up being a funny story, I hope you tell it to me sometime.
Duly noted. And then he's just gonna start mumbling to himself. Extending a life that's too short. Lengthening a life that's too long. What they're doing? Some kind of... I suppose it's kind of like necromancy. And he's just gonna like... He's gonna just sit down in the mud and splatter a little bit on you. He's just like totally not paying attention anymore.
Samson's kind of reveling in the fact that he got Zanzibar to consider something that he's never considered.
But why would... Whatever, be a life that's worth bringing back? He's just genuinely is sitting there, just thinking, concentrating.
And Samson just like, no thoughts, head empty, sky pretty.
We'll put a pin in it.
Alright,
Huh? Oh, you're still here.
I wasn't leaving.
Oh. So, what else is new in the life of Samson J. Medemaker? Well, that I don't already know.
I mean, what don't you know about me?
Well, I don't know what your middle name is, but that's because you don't even know, which I found hilarious.
You know, I hate to say this, but I feel like you might get along with my mom. She's got a very strange sense of humor. At least I figure that's why she never told me.
If that's supposed to be some incentive to see if I've already visited her, I haven't. I was getting around to it.
Not really.
Good. Because I haven't.
I figure at this point trying to rush you to do anything doesn't really work, so I'll just let it go when it goes.
Well, yeah, because time has to flow. You can't just accelerate time. Can't rewind
You can't?
it either. No.
Really? Huh.
You can slow time of individual things, but you can't just speed it up. The ramifications of that are miserable.
I guess. I don't know. I can do one thing magical and everything else is just, practice?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I guess magic is practice, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. You can Misty Step and that's it. It's hilarious.
What's a Misty Step?
Oh, it's basically what you do. It's like baby's first teleport.
Hmm.
And even then, you only do it at a 20% efficiency.
What do you mean?
Well, when you use that spell, perform it with 20% efficiency. And that's just where you top out at.
Guess I'm just not made for magic.
No, not really.
Eh.
Kinda sad. It's also kind of funny considering who you're paired up with.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing about working together, I guess. We cover each other's weaknesses.
Yeah.
I could not imagine how the heck they would have even gotten to that desert without me.
The Tabaxi probably would have broke down mentally. And just completely shattered and done nothing. Probably just stared at a rock. As for the changeling, Well, she's an interesting one. Completely and utterly shackled by everything in her life.
Say it to my face, I fucking dare you.
You gotta take them shackles off.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
It's
Big
almost
Z
like-
said something about it.
It's almost ironic, really.
Ow! Mm.
What did you do? Did you...
I accidentally sliced open my finger.
Good, go take care
Are
of
you
that.
okay?
And by good, I mean bad. Go take care of that.
Oof. If you'll excuse me. Go change the scene.
Yeah, we're gonna go take a commercial break while you repair yourself. Fucking technical difficulties.